Good morning, students, graduates to be, alumni, members of the Board of Governors, faculty, staff, family members, Squamish Nation members, community members, friends. My name is Marjorie Iwama. I am a faculty tutor in the life sciences and interdisciplinary studies, and I will serve as your MC today. It is my pleasure and an honor to welcome you to Quest's 2022, 2021, and 2020 graduation ceremony. I'll ask you please to check your devices and make sure they're on silent. We encourage everyone to wear masks to support our community's health and safety. And if you're visiting from outside Canada, a mask is required. Thank you. We are here today for a ceremony. Ceremony is serious business. This is a ceremony of honoring and celebration, and it is participatory. It is our intention and attention that give this ceremony its power. It is your and our job to witness, to remember, and to tell about it. To open our ceremony, I would like to introduce Squamish Nation artist, drum maker, weaver, and educator, Sawesia Spakwas, Alice Gus, to welcome us all to the traditional, ancestral, and unceded Squamish Nation territory on which we are gathered. Please welcome Alice Gus.
Hosiam eoch tnoya min heute ans Sawesia Spakwas hasquils tstays hachten squan eoch tnoya mechach hoichach siam hoichach gehotsens behem and hoichach chishat mail. It's a beautiful day today, and I like to thank the Creator for this beautiful day. I like to thank the Creator for all these beautiful people that are here today in this sacred house, which you called home for that little while. And ain't no better people here on the stage behind me. We're looking after you each and every day when you were here to further your education, to empower yourself, to go towards your journey. So I'm gonna sing a song, and this song is composed from Chief Jimmy. And whenever we would have a potlatch, we would welcome our friends north, south, east, and we want to acknowledge them when they walk in that door. So that's why when we sing this song and when we call out their nation, they will get up and dance. Because I don't know where all you are from. Just kidding. So I am going to get you guys to honor our local animal nations. We're going to get you to honor our fly-in brothers and sisters. We are going to get you to honor our four-legged brothers and sisters. We are going to get you to honor our swimming brothers and sisters. So, with that, this section here on my left, you guys are going to honor the Spakwas. Can you say Spakwas? When I say Spakwas, get up and dance. You guys are going to get up and you're going to dance like bald eagles. This section here on my right, you guys are going to honor our four-legged brothers and sisters. Can you say Dakaya? When I say Dakaya, get up and dance. You guys are going to dance like wolves. Over in the back, all in the back on the bleachers, you guys are going to honor their swimming brothers and sisters. You guys are going to honor yo-yos. Can you say yo-yos? When I say yo-yos, get up and dance. You guys are going to dance like killer whales. Whoosh, whoosh. So what the killer whales do in the water is what the wolves do on land. They teach us to work as a team, as a unit, as one. The bald eagle is one of the sacred birds. They are the one that fly the highest. they're the one that pass the message to our Creator. Awesome. Okay. You guys can hoot, you can holler, you can clap, you can cheer, especially when the nation is standing up and honoring their nation. Awesome. Here we go. Hi-yo! Bald eagles, get up and dance. Hi-yo, ho, ho, hee-ho, hey, good job, eagles. Ready, Dakaya wolves, get up and dance. Hi-yo, ho, ho, hee-ho, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, ho, yo, hey, yo, ho, ho, hee-ho, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey. Good job, wolves. Ready? Yo, yo's killer whales, get up and dance. Hi-yo, ho, ho, hee-ho, hey. Yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, yo, hey, yo, ho, ho, hee, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey. Awesome. I let these guys go behind me. I left them. I usually get them to do the beaver, because they're workaholics. Yeah. So with that, if you can repeat after me. Ho, 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 we yo. Ho, ho, we yo. Ho, 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 we yo. Awesome, you did one verse of the victory song. So hands up to each and every one of you. I just want to quickly mention the two songs that we sang when we came in. The first one was the Oganiya, and that song came from up north. That's where my mom was born, up in Alert Bay, a little village called Numgees. And that song was composed by Chief Frank Nelson, and he gave the song to Chief Joseph, and he passed it on to all the people. Use this as a healing song. The second song that we sang was composed from my great-great-grandfather, Chief Joe Capilano. How many of you guys heard of Chief Joe Capilano? He's the one that went over to England to go see the king because of the colonization of our land. So with that, I just want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to be here, and I hope you have an awesome future with all the beautiful work that you have with your mind and your body and your spirit, because you have your inward journey, which is your heart and soul. You have your outward journey, which is your knowledge and your strength. You're all going to work together. So it's good in my heart that you all have come here today.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Soasia. I now invite you to rise to join in the singing of O Canada, led by student Noam Barzilay.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy people's command. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Noam. It is my honor now to introduce our president, Dr. George Iwama. George and his wife Marilyn joined the Quest community 5 years ago. Initially our Chancellor, George soon stepped in with a generosity of spirit to the role of President and Vice Chancellor. His thoughtfulness, grace, and fundamental unflappability have served and supported us through a dynamic 5 years. George, as you know, brings a generous gravitas to any situation, but do not be fooled. Shortly after his arrival, he let himself be hand-tattooed by a student. And there is a story about his joining a group of students to be pulled up the snowy road behind campus on a snowboard tied to a truck, which I understand is not apocryphal. George's abundant love for inquiry, for students, and for Quest is immortalized in the quotation chosen by the graduating class of 2021 to be engraved on their plaque by their tree. In these unprecedented times, he said, "I believe in you." Please welcome Dr. George Iwama.
Stories. Thank you, Marjorie. As you know, I took the reins from you of the presidency, and I look forward to passing it on to someone else with the season. Alice, thank you for the warm and always lively welcome to the territory. I give you thanks. Try and top this graduation. It has been, it is, and it always will be a special honor for this university to be on this blessed land. Thank you. Chief and elders of the Squamish Nation, distinguished council members, Board Chair Wilms, Chancellor Webster, Mayor Elliott, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, family and friends, particularly students. Welcome to Spring Graduation 2022. We're so delighted to have the classes of 2020 and 2021 who were denied this special pleasure. And collectively, we can celebrate your success. The keystones, courses, and projects are all done, I hope. And you'll soon receive our Bachelor of Arts and Sciences and join the more than 1,033 to be exact, alumni in this world making a difference. Wonderful. I thank the Creator for today, for you, and for this occasion, an occasion to celebrate. Today is your day, so let's celebrate it to the fullest. We're grateful for your choice to come to Quest and to spend these few years with us. Thank you. We've been enriched and transformed as a result. You finished your courses and your curriculum, and we have others to thank for that. I'd like to turn and thank our family, our friends, our loved ones who have supported us throughout these years. Let's take a moment and thank them. Congratulations to all of you. I hear sighs of relief. I'm also very thankful to our dear faculty members, thoughtful and excellent scholars, and with an unwavering dedication to your learning experience. Please join me in thanking them. And won't you stand and receive our thanks, faculty members, please? They tell me how you've affected them and how much they've learned from you. Isn't it wonderful to be in such a community, experiencing the adventures of learning together? I'm grateful for our excellent staff. They take care of logistics and organizing events such as this one, caring for our mental health, looking after us in residences and feeding us. Each one of them being committed to your success and our well-being. We know that your relationships with them are strong and long-lasting, far more than this time we have together on this campus. 4 members, 4 alumni from the very first class at Quest dropped by the other day for a visit. One came from Alaska, another from Pemberton up the road, 2 from Vancouver Island. They stay in touch with each other, and I was so delighted that they came for a visit. So I got to spend some time talking with them with Tim. My delight was nothing compared to the joy you should have seen in Dee. She was surprised, they were joyful. If you could get a heart attack from happiness, we were pretty close there. It impressed on me how important these bonds are and how long-lasting these friendships are. Our relationship has been defined not by just these happy moments, but by challenging ones. Gosh, we've had more than our share of challenging ones, haven't we? Yeah. Who could have predicted a global pandemic would descend upon us and still be with us? Yes, our financial problems were there, they were building, but together, put together, they presented us with unprecedented challenges. And we met them together, and here we are. And now we're building and rebuilding Quest. We look forward to filling this campus and experiencing the Quest joy that we're experiencing today. I look forward to that day, and I have no doubt that that day will come, and we will get there together. Some of you may know that I too am graduating today. I am grateful for many things as I reflect over the past 5 years. I am grateful for every single member of the Quest family, present and those who have departed. We've shared many special moments, and I've said happy ones and challenging ones, and too many to start mentioning them. I'm grateful to be alive after that accident 3 years ago. And you know, one of the most cherished possessions I have are those postcards on which you wrote your get well notes. That's just such a treasure. Thank you for doing that. I want to say a special thank you to my wife and friend, Dr. Marilyn Iwama. Won't you come up for a moment, Marilyn? Our time here at Quest and in Squamish has been a beautiful experience, surrounded in this beauty and all that nature offers. It also has been not easy for many of the reasons that I've mentioned. I've been supported by your steadfast love and friendship, for which I am and always will be thankful. Would you like to say a few words?
I tried to stay in Vancouver after George started working here, and I only lasted a few months. And I remember when I stood in front of you the first time, it was winter. It was a special party. I know it was winter because Darren had his warm shorts on. And I told you how much I was looking forward to getting to know you. I talked about having dinners together and cooking together and together. And we had some of that. I think the condo over in Four Winds probably still has some gochujang stains on the wall from when Nate cooked one night for everybody. We rolled sushi together, and there are probably leftovers from that. So we did have some of those in-person together times. But yeah, it's been an awful 5 years in many ways, hasn't it? And George mentioned the accident. When we came back from the hospital, the first thing he had me do was drive up to the library building and go and see your big yellow boards full of your good wishes and full of your love. And I had to stand there thinking, please come and lie down. And he had to read every message from every one of you. And I realized in that moment how much you cared for him. And when I see you together, I realize how much you care for each other. And I hear this word love. Marjorie mentioned love right off the bat. And this is a place where I always hear about love. Love for your tutors, love for each other, love for learning. And we talk about that a lot, the love of learning. But in you, I've seen love for learning, but also love in learning. I've seen how you use every part of yourselves to tackle what's in front of you, and how you use every part of yourselves to respond to each other, to your tutors, to your friends, to George. The way you've cared for this guy is so moving. And we've never experienced that anywhere else. I haven't known that anywhere. And I'm not sure why that is, but I know that you have something miraculous here. And it's a part of all of you coming together. It's also a part of the fact that the Squamish Nation blesses you all the time. That from the Squamish Nation, from the Squamish people, we receive safe passage and care. And we never take that for granted. We're so blessed in that way. So you're a family. You've lived here together for these years. We've lived here with you. You've cared for us. We've done our best to be what you need, when you need it. I'm so grateful for the patience you've shown. There have been terribly hard decisions made, and many of you have paid costs because of that, costs of the heart and in many other ways. But each time, somebody would come around and go see George and say how they understood and how they appreciated what he had to do and that it was difficult. We'd hear something about the board or for the board or to the board. And, you know, I've gone on a bit, but there's a lot to go on about. And I just want to say thank you. We love you too. And we're going to miss this place. And we're going to miss you. But family doesn't depend on one person or two people, and family doesn't depend on a physical place. We are so grateful that almost all of our family is here. Some of them are far away or in conditions where they can't make it. But look at those beautiful kids, and their beautiful kids, and George's brothers, and you know, I mean, we can come together again. So let's celebrate. Let's go out with a bang and a laugh, and let's be grateful for what we had and what we have and what we will have. God bless you. May the Creator bless you.
I'd like to echo what Marilyn said about our, but I can't, about our family. We are thankful to you, our family who are here today, to our 3 sons, your partners, our grandchildren. We're thankful for our brothers and sisters, your families, and all our relations. Thank you for your love and support. We could not have done this without you. This is the place where we have learned a lot, lived a lot, and played a lot. Let's take our memories with us. Let's cherish them and return to this special place when we can. May you take the lessons you've learned and the persons you've become and apply them to this world that needs you in so many different ways, like never before. Treat everyone with compassion and love, and do this for a very long time as you take good care of yourselves. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Marilyn. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chair of our Board of Governors, Art Wilms, to thank President Iwama and Chancellor Webster, and to announce Pakultan Siyam, Chief Dale Harry, as our next Chancellor. Please welcome Arthur Wilms.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning primarily to the graduating classes, to the parents, guests, faculty, staff. It is my honor and my privilege, on behalf of the Quest family, to bid a heartfelt farewell to our president, Dr. George Iwama. Now, I know Dr. Iwama. Well, George, if you don't mind, I'm just going to call you George from now on. Okay, this doctor is... Well, George is going to be with us for some months yet. This will be the last occasion where we will all be able to get together and to honor him. And George, I'm sure you, nor anyone on this planet, could foresee the turbulence that was about to descend on Quest when you arrived 5 years ago. Declining population, student population, financial strife, of course, the pandemic that blanketed the world. Fortunately, George's vast experience in the academic world as a scholar and as administrator helped to weather these storms with remarkable calm. And I assume, George, your personal experience of having survived by yourself for 6 days in a snow cave during a massive blizzard on Mount Ruapehu in northern New Zealand, while many around you perished, gave you a perspective on life that sustained you during these difficult times. And so during your term at Quest, you have shown a steadfast focus on building up the reputation of Quest and its mission to educate inquiring minds. Your love of Quest and what it stands for is obvious, as is your passion to the commitment to our values. George, you are a unique leader, and that you are both loved and respected. You show unending respect for your students, and they in turn offer both respect and love. In this legacy, it will endure for a long time, possibly forever. In addition to the academic, George is a very involved in the community. In community involvement, George has been well noted and well respected. So George, it has been an absolute honor to get to know you and to work with you. On behalf of everyone at Quest, I thank you for your dedicated service to Quest. And indeed, we very much want you and Marilyn to remain part of the Quest family, to share in our successes, and yes, worry with us during the difficult times. And it is my pleasure at this time to award to Dr. Iwama, the President of Emeritus, Quest University, Canada. And George, may I read what this is? University Canada West, University, or Quest University Canada, pardon me. Be known that Quest University Canada has continued and constituted and confirmed upon George Iwama the distinction and honor of President Emeritus, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In witness whereof and by the authority vested in us, we have hereto set our hand and seal of the university to impress upon this parchment. George, congratulations.
Thank you.
This means he will remain a member of our family for as long as he is on this earth. George, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
And Marilyn, could you come up again, please? And Jeff, you start. And Julie. Congratulations. Lady first.
And George, as you are also graduating, here's a graduating ring for you.
I'll put it over here. Thank you. What a great honor. What a great honor. Thank you so much. This is deeply touching, and I will continue to do my best for each of you and all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Art. Congratulations, George, on graduating from Quest.
I made it.
I wonder what his keystone was called.
Called We're Here.
Ceremony, recall. Ceremony asks us to witness, to remember, and to tell about it. The next element of our ceremony is a quest first. It is the conferral of an honorary doctorate of arts and sciences. Honorary degrees have a long tradition in academia. They are bestowed by universities to recognize extraordinary individuals who have made outstanding contributions to society, to scholarship, or to the institution. Quest's candidates are selected for excellence, eminence, and accomplishment. They are role models who exemplify the mission, the vision, and the values of the university. In awarding an honorary degree, Quest honors the recipient. In accepting the degree, the recipient honors Quest. I will ask Chancellor Webster, Chief Dale, and Chisha Gwen-Harry please to stand. Chancellor Webster, Chisha Gwen-Harry is an elder of the Squamish Nation who has worked on education, employment, prosperity, sustainability, land title, representation, and trust building within and for Squamish Nation. She has served on the Squamish Nation Chief and Council from 1986 to 98 and currently serves as an elder advisor to the nation. Gwen is a residential school survivor who actively shares her story in service of truth and reconciliation in Canada. She has been recognized for her stature and contributions by the District of Squamish, who awarded her their highest honor, Freedom of the Municipality, and by the Governor General of Canada, who presented her with the Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal. At David Strangway's invitation, Gwen served on the advisory board of the Howe Sound Educational Foundation, which ultimately gave rise to Quest University. In recognition of her many and ongoing accomplishments and the strength and integrity of her character, I recommend that you award Quest's first honorary doctoral degree to Gwen Harry Jisha.
In accordance with the statutes of British Columbia, I confer upon Gwen Harry the Doctorate of Arts and Sciences Honoris Causa from Quest University, Canada. On accepting this degree, you are entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
This is an honor. I'm very grateful today for something I didn't expect. It really touches my heart that they're giving me this award. When I got the phone call that they were going to give me this award, and I kind of said to myself, my gosh, my gosh. And I accepted. I accept because I've thinking of my past. I'm 91, I'm going on to 91 years old. Education has been a very big part of my past. When I was a young girl, I went to, many of you heard about the residential school. I went to residential school, and I spent 8 years in there. And when I got married and had my children, all my children went to public school. And that education was very important to me while they were growing up. And I made sure I went to the schools to see how they were doing, and watching them grow up to what they are today. I saw, this is all coming from my heart, so I got to think a little. In my memories of the many years that I've been dealing with education, in the past, I helped open a preschool for a Head Start for our children here in Squamish. My children all grew up in Squamish. They all went to school in Squamish. They all graduated in Squamish. But once they graduated and went on their own, I wanted to do more. And we started a preschool. And many of our children that went to it, Dale was only 3 years old when I started it. And not just me, but a few of our mothers of the day started it. So this was really a community effort for me and the people, the women that were with me in the past. They were mothers like me. So, I'm very grateful. I thank the Quest University for giving me this honor today. I am very humble, and happy to get it. Thank you very much.
Okay, go back on that. Back to your seat. Go back to your seat.
Art Wilms, the chair of our board, will now announce our next chancellor.
I have the fun task of thanking people, so that's... Now, Peter Webster, who is our chancellor and has been since 1971, his term is ending. And I would like to thank our outgoing chancellor for the work that he has done over the years. Now, Peter, you know, you've been a perfect chancellor. You've got lovely signature on your diplomas, and you'll see that when you get your diplomas here later. You look great in that lovely gown. And, of course, you give short speeches, so what more do we want in a chancellor? Well, I forgot the hat. Actually, there is more. Peter's an ardent supporter of Quest. He constantly advocates for Quest with anybody that he meets. His love of the school is obvious, and for the last 4 days, he's been sitting in board meetings, committee meetings, attending Keystone workshops and Keystone presentations. He is committed to the learning experience that is Quest. Peter, I want to thank you for all your dedication and years of hard work. And now for announcing our incoming chancellor at Quest University. This individual was born and raised in Squamish, is currently the longest serving member of Quest Board of Governors, has deep roots and significant influence in Squamish community, having been and still is involved with numerous boards, committees, and organizations. A very highly respected individual with an absolute engaging personality. We look forward to his leadership and advancement of our university. So it is my great pleasure, on behalf of all of you, to state the new Chancellor of Quest University is Picolton Siam, better known as, to you as the hereditary chief, Dale Harry. Dale?
Chekman hat tensiai, pakalton siam kun shaman sna, hot squaltis days, hochten squan chukwa tamil seats up. Just want to share, pakalton siam is Chief Dale Harry is my name. I'm one of the 16 hereditary chiefs. It's a pleasure to be here today. Makes me feel good that everybody's doing such a great job here today. You know, and I really want to go up and thank my family for drumming and singing. You know, they did the songs. And also thanking my friends from that travel far, Suzanne, Des, Tony, Michael, Peter, and Sabina. That's all representing all of our family and friends. You know, a lot of us sing the work that I do here today, and even through our staff, our faculty, our students here. You know, you know what I always feel? It makes me feel good because you know what? It's always about people helping people. That's what my father had told me, my mother had told me. You know, it always is. And it feels good to be I didn't know what to expect to be a chancellor. You know, I've been asked to be there. You know, I went over there and I asked my mother, I says, hey, Ma, I says, what do you think? What do you think of them being the chancellor? I says, I don't even have a degree. You know, I have 7 years of education, but I don't have a degree. So that was always my every time they come up, they always ordered me a gown. Every graduation. But I always wore my vest, right? I always wore my vest. I says, because I didn't have a degree. But on August 30th, for that one, I will wear a gown. But it'll be a specialized one. I will. So for that, you know, and, you know, for me, you know, one of the first things my brother always said to me, he says, you know, brother, he says, you know the first order of business you got to do, make sure it happens? You see those flags up there? You have to have a Squamish Nation flag up there. You know, and the other thing is that it's fitting me wearing this because, you know, my friends are from Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, you know, and up in Northern Territory. I know some of the chiefs over there, even when it was COVID. I couldn't travel down to the States, but I went across the country. And I met so many people down there, and it was thanks to my friend Des, who was the guy who went and introduced me to some of the chiefs out there. And you know what? Just going out there, people are people. They're no different. Even with our nation, our people are different. You know, we're no different from you. Some people are in favor of things, there's people not in favor of things. My mother always used to say to me, you know, son, if you go and get involved in business, make sure you just do it right. Make sure you do it right. We should have business, environment, and First Nations working together. And finally, I just wanted to share that, you know, they talk about Moccasin Telegraph. You know, I told my friend Michael over here, Michael Hungerford, he was there, and he knows a chancellor from Downton Queen's University. And we had a conversation with him, and we talked. And he said to me, he says, you know, I says, you know, I wonder how many First Nation chancellors are throughout this country. He says, there's 14. You're the 15th. You're the 15th chancellor going to be on there. And I says, you know, we should get together. We should get together and start talking to them how we as First Nation peoples, how we can push and pull First Nation people here into Quest University. You know, this is in the heart of our Squamish Nation territory, right here in Quest. And we just need to build our sense of identity of who we are and where we come from. And let everybody know that we are here. We're not going anywhere. I always tell that to the board. We're born here, raised here, I'll die here. I'm not going anywhere, you know? And, you know, I just want to also acknowledge my brother, Chalacton. He's getting an honorary degree for a university down in Vancouver. I think it's Emily Carr, right, brother? Here's my brother, Chalacton. Stand up, brother. Show them who you are. He's getting his a little earlier than Ma. She had hers 91. But I just wanted to share, and I really want to thank everybody here, the staff, the faculty, the students, the friends and families of Quest University, the parents, you know, families and relatives, everybody that's involved here. And I bet you Des has got the picture sent to the Alberta Chiefs already wearing one of these. Hey? And I just wanted to thank you, and I don't shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. And you know what? I really want to make sure putting Old Quest University on the map, even on the First Nations maps throughout Canada. And I wanted to thank you all again for this. You know, I always say it's more work, though. That's yum, hey.
And I have one last task, and that is to announce that our newly appointed Chancellor, Chief Dale Harry, is establishing a scholarship today in honor of his mother. This scholarship will benefit Indigenous students and is named the Gwen Harry Scholarship.
Pakulden Siem, thank you. We're in good hands. I now invite President Iwama and our Vice President Academic, Dr. Jeff Warren, to present the Faculty Emeritus Award.
Emeritus faculty status is offered to retiring faculty members who have been recognized by their colleagues for their dedication to the university's mission and their contributions to the academic life of the university. The Academic Council has nominated and endorsed Dr. Eric Gorham for emeritus status, and I'm pleased to recognize Eric during the ceremony today. Eric wasn't able to join us today, but I do want to take a couple of minutes to share about his impact upon Quest, and we will be sending him this parchment in recognition. Eric was Quest's first faculty member. When he retired, he was Quest's last and longest serving founding faculty member. Eric's contributions were critical to building Quest's curriculum, and the traces of this foundational work remain with us today. Eric put together the first cornerstone, developed social science courses, and hired and mentored faculty in the social sciences and beyond. Eric designed and taught the first question course. This course remains the centerpiece of the Quest curriculum, where students depart the foundation program and design the question that guides the remainder of their degree. Eric also designed the Democracy and Justice course, one that challenges students to learn theory and put that into practice through civic engagement projects. These student-designed projects in this course have had a lasting impact upon the local community and in Quest community. For example, the student organization that has become CUSA was a student project in this course. These are just a few of the many things that Eric has done, and it is fitting to recognize these contributions with faculty emeritus status. So please join me in appreciation of Dr. Eric Gorham's many contributions to Quest University.
Thank you, Jeff and George. I am now pleased to introduce our two graduating class speakers, Abby Ka and Tarsil Tuisenge. Abby is from Senegal by way of South Africa. Her question asks, what is freedom? Tarsil is from Rwanda. Her question asks, how do we manufacture and equitably allocate pharmaceuticals in sub-Saharan Africa? Please join me in welcoming Abby and Tarsil.
Wow, it feels so nice to be standing here on this special day. I mean, the first graduation since 2019. It's such a milestone worth celebrating. Today, I woke up feeling very grateful. So before I start, I would like to thank each and everyone who has given Abby and I an opportunity to speak on their behalf. I would also like to thank everybody who made their way here to help us celebrate this moment with us. I can't forget our friends and families who are online who couldn't make it today because of different reasons. Mama, Papa, namwe bavandimwe banje ndabakunda cyane kandi ndabashimiye. I was just saying thank you and that I love my parents for being with me and helping me throughout my time at Quest. I feel like I owe them that. So the class of 2020, 2021, and 2022 worked so hard for them to be here. And I just want to take a minute to acknowledge that and let that all soak in. Should that? And I can't help but notice how stunning everybody looks. So I think we deserve a round of applause. Especially Flawless, I see you. To be honest, it was very nerve-wracking. It's still nerve-wracking to be standing here giving a speech, because I don't know what to say that would do all of us justice, but also I don't know how to stick to my own script. So instead of preparing a presentation, which I'm quite used to, but it wasn't an option. So instead of preparing that, I decided to talk about my experience here, hoping that somebody would relate or maybe learn something. 4 years ago, I made one of my life's biggest decisions, which was to come here and pursue my undergraduate here at Quest University, Canada. At that time, I was younger, excited, curious, but I was deeply frightened. Everything looked very unfamiliar. The people, the food, the rainy, cold weather, the sun setting at 3 p.m. It was unbelievable. So 2 months in, I was like, it's not mine. Maybe I should pack up and go back home. But then I said, I'm going to give it a chance and see where this journey would lead me. I started learning how to enjoy myself and being familiar with everything here. But then the CCA process started, and then the pandemic. And then the traction of social movements that I thought were very needed, such as Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement, and the social and the climate change movement. They all happened. At that time, I started intentionally reflecting about my world, our world, and how deeply it was wounded. And when I asked around, it wasn't just me. Everybody seemed to be aware of how wounded our world is. So to wrestle with these questions, I started asking myself, to wrestle with that reality, I started asking myself existential questions that took me into a rabbit hole, such as, why again? But then one question that stuck out was, who is in charge and what is my responsibility? It was in my time at Quest where I learned that to expand the scope of my responsibility and know that it's my responsibility to rewrite and also correct the centuries of injustice that has been written or done in our world. I wish that my graduating classmates would find a way to answer the questions that make them awake during the night. And if the journey gets tough, I hope that you always feel that you are loved and that there is always somebody who is willing to listen and love you all the way through. I want to end on a thank you note to my tutors who have helped me during my time here. One thing that I really cherish so much is that I've had people who were really interested in my growth, both personally but also academically. I also want to thank the student life, Barbara, Christy, Katie, all of you, we see you, and thank you so much for your work. Congratulations.
I think my speech will be less funny than Darcel's, so When you arrive at Quest, the first class you take is Cornerstone. And Cornerstone is centered around one question: what is knowledge? You get to explore and engage with this question through different disciplines, such as the physical sciences, literature, and philosophy. But your inquiry about knowledge did not stop at the end of Cornerstone. Our time at Quest is indeed in pursuit of knowledge. We learn to know ourselves, to know others, and to know more about the curiosities and questions that drive us. As we sit here 4 years later, I want to say that our quest for knowledge is indeed our quest for meaning. When speaking with my mentor, Dr. Darcy Odo, about the nature of meaning, he says, "Humans generate meaning by integrating it in the narratives of their lives. We want to make sense of our experiences, of the challenges we face, of the relationships we make, hoping that indeed they are worth something, so that when we look back, we can say that these 4 years were well lived despite its ups and downs and the uncertainty of never seeing the end." It is true, our year group has gone through challenging times, such as months of online learning during the pandemic and the university's financial troubles. And yes, I could stand here and tell you about how resilient and prepared we are for the future. But I want to focus on the learning opportunities such adversities provided us. Much like studying biology or history in the classroom, the Quest journey itself is a learning space. Some of you served as residential assistants, supporting your peers in building community. Others, I have had the chance to work with the Student Association, advocating on behalf of students. All these experiences, no matter how small, allowed us to build the narratives of our lives in and outside of the classroom. My friend Gerhardt says, "Constructing the meaning of our lives makes us go from event to experience to history." When we reflect on the time we spent on this beautiful and blessed land, I hope we can look at these deeply personal and challenging experiences as a life once lived, as historicities that we will carry forever. Our quest for knowledge, or more importantly, our quest for meaning, does not stop once we graduate. Every experience we have, every new challenge we face, becomes another event in our life. But it will be up to us in defining this event and what it means for our personal narrative. To my fellow graduates and everyone here today, I have no doubt that we are well prepared for what lies ahead. But I hope we will remain eternal learners and open ourselves to the immensity and depth of lived experience. I wish you all the best, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Abby and Tarsil. I now invite Dr. James McKinnon, faculty tutor in arts and sciences, with a background in theater and some fans, evidently, to give the commencement address.
This is quite an honor. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I mean, if you were expecting theatricals, I was going to make you dance, but that already happened. George and Marilyn already made us cry. I don't know what that leaves me. But as the 11th speaker on the roster this morning, at Quest University, we're proud to have the best ratio of graduate speakers to graduates of any university in the country. When you bat this low in the order, nobody's expecting a home run, so my name is James McKinnon, and I am very honored to be addressing the graduates today because I feel a special connection with this group of people. Like many of them, I arrived at Quest in the fall of 2018. And Like all of you, I had to think very carefully about that decision. No one ends up at Quest by default. It's not the school that's closest to where we live. It's not the school our parents went to yet. It's not the top party school with the best football team. It's not in the middle of the vibrant cosmopolitan city that we grow up dreaming of or watching on TV. It's not the easy choice. And whatever else we've learned over the last few years, I think we've learned that Quest doesn't make anything easy. And that's why I respect you all so much, because you didn't come here for easy. Nobody chose Quest because they wanted something easy. You didn't go to a university where students just want to get a degree as quickly as possible, and the faculty just want to be left alone with their research, and both parties have a mutual unspoken agreement not to interfere in each other's lives. Like my colleagues and I, you put a lot of thought into choosing to come here, and you made sacrifices to do it. You left your families and your social networks behind. We get it. So did we. Maybe you traded the vibrant cultural amenities of your home for, a pretty nice view. We get it. A lot of you probably could have paid a lot less to study somewhere else. Suffice to say, we get it. Unlike you, when I chose Quest, I already had 20 years of experience teaching and learning at universities on 3 different continents. So I knew what I was getting out of. But none of us really knew what we were getting into, did we? And while I'm not sure any of us knew what to expect, I think it's safe to say that none of us expected what we got. We all came here to learn, but I expect none of us came here to learn so much about the difference between an aerosol and a droplet, or the relative merits of mRNA and live virus vaccines, or the company's creditor arrangement act. Or Microsoft Teams. It took courage to come to Quest in 2018. But it took even more to stay until 2022. It took more than courage, it took tenacity, persistence, resilience, maybe a little Ativan. So if I admired your courage and integrity before we even met, I am awed by your response to the remarkable hardships that have threatened your studies, not to mention your physical and mental health. And when I say awed, I mean as in awesome, not as in aw. Well, maybe a little aw now and then. You have endured, adapted to, and ultimately overcome extraordinary adversity, crises you had no part in creating and which nobody could help you cope with because none of us has any experience coping with these crises, except maybe Nagar, our resident epidemiologist. You made sacrifices to ensure that you would study in an environment conducive to learning, and instead you found yourselves on a 9-month-long Zoom call. But you persisted. You chose a program designed to let you focus on one thing at a time, and were instead forced to split your attention between learning and dealing with the fallout of an unprecedented global crisis. And still you persisted, and you succeeded. You're still here. And soon you will leave, and you will leave victorious. You have learned that you can cope with uncertainty. You can overcome adversity. You have learned that when you say something, people will listen. If these sound like modest achievements, I assure you they are not. Many people leave university without ever coming close to them, myself included. I was completely unprepared for life after university because most of what I learned at university was how to succeed at university, which mostly involved figuring out what professors wanted to hear me say, which was easy because usually it was what they said in the lecture. It never occurred to me as an undergraduate that anyone else might care what I had to say about anything. I wrote an honors thesis for an audience of 1. I have only 9 functional fingers, but I can still count on both hands the number of times I spoke out loud in a university classroom as an undergraduate. If you had told me I would be invited to stand up in front of the whole university and talk about my research for 15 minutes, I would have given that a hard pass. But you guys, I got this. Or rather, we got this. Because when your fellow graduate AJ describes Quest as the world's most elaborate escape room, he's right in a lot of ways, and one of them is that at Quest, you don't do it all on your own. You work together as a team. That's the only way to get out of an escape room. You learn how to do things together. That's very important. So yeah, you got this. You've proven it. We've witnessed it. You all stood up in front of the whole university this week. You all offered us ideas about who we are and how we can live better, how we can make the world better, how we can help people become more creative or less aggressive, why birds dance, what is the sound of Squamish. The students have become the teachers, which is exactly how it should be, but not how it always is. Often the student merely becomes a professional student. I was studying in my 4th degree before I learned how to do something other than become a really successful student. I don't want that for you. Nobody wants that for you. I hope. You might not feel it yet, especially if this is the only university you've ever known and your peers at Quest are your baseline for what is normal. But I think you're going to start to notice the difference pretty soon. Your work is not done, of course. It's just beginning. You will now go out into the world and you will be obliged to use what you have learned here. And I hope you will use it to improve the lives of others, especially those who haven't had the opportunities that we've had. And based on what I've seen, I'm confident that you will. Although, Jacob, some of your peers have discovered an anomaly in your keystone that I might need to talk to you about. Our work is not done here either. We are still here for you. We look forward to hearing from you. Keep in touch. Keep asking us for help. Everything that I've said about you guys today and your integrity and your courage, I will say to anyone who asks me about you. To leave where I began, I'm not crying, you're crying. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Seriously. Give each other a pat on the back. You showed courage, integrity, generosity, and resilience to get where you are today. And perhaps more than anything you learned in a classroom at Quest, these qualities will get you where you want to go tomorrow. Colleagues, President, Chancellor, family, friends, underclass people who I'm glad to see here today. That doesn't happen at a normal university, and it means that I'm not going to be able to recycle this speech next year. Please join me in congratulating our graduates.
Are you ready to get down to business? I would like to invite Dr. Jeff Warren to present the long-anticipated candidates from 2020 and 2021 for the bachelor's degree in arts and sciences, and Academic Dean Dr. Alia Montemayor to present this year's candidates. Chancellor Webster will confer the degrees.
I'm thrilled. Oh, do we have This microphone working? Okay, I think it's going. I'm thrilled to be able to see the class of 2020 and 2021 here, and to be able to be in person and read your names. I have read many of your names before, in my shorts, in the basement of my house, in my recording studio, as you were spread across the world, and happy to do that, to read them again as you're here in person. All right. Yeah. Arya Drucker. Arnaud Michel. Beatrice Shemtov. Ben Rampado. Brooke Bauer. Bryce Andreessen. Kaylin Gardner. Charlotte Sachs. Claire Clarkson. Dakota Daly. L. Mahina O'Brien. Emmy Kingen. Amelia Soleto. Emily Weber. Florence Mensa. George Wheeler. Hannah Vince. Irene Fabris. Jacob Richardson. Jake Scharfman. Jesse Johnner. Josh Visser. Well done. Karsten Voth. Catherine Kurdiak. Katie Hargis. Catriona McCall. Kayla Gavin Hebert. Landon Belanger. Laura Anderson. Lauren Kurdiak. Lindsay Whitehead. Lucia Belikova. Madeline Hollister. Madison Elizabeth Hilligoss. Margaret Ferguson. Mariana Chicha. Maud Van Bar. Mackenzie Boyle. Micah Ronaldo. Monique Bouleux. Natasha Bergman. Niall Hart. Paige Wallace. Rowan Nix. Roisin Prestopino. Reuben Field. Sammy Bierman. Sammy Dill. Sarah Klaman. Sophie Goslinga. Tara Workington. Travis Wilkinson. Varsha Gill. Vasilisa Urvanova. Walker Reynolds Royer. Will Morris. Yinzi Ho. Xana Kortenhoff. Zoe Ramirez. Zoe Smith. Let's congratulate the entire classes of 2020 and 2021.
Now it is my honor to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Science class of 2022. Adam Carl Ash. Alexis Moorman. Anna McCurry. Aubrey Maxine Crowder. Abania Caroline Drab. Avery McCalla. Bridget McGibbon. Bram Hyde. Oops. Cyrus Raj Gautam. David Paul Wanjala. Diane Uwamarilla. Dustin Wales. Ferdinand Grunenwald. Georgia Smith. Guy Hart Throne. Gurbani Kaur. Abi Ka. Hannah Epp. Jackson Rose. Jacob Took. Jasper Olson. Jillian Sword. Julia Elizabeth Van Kralingen. Yoon Han Lee. Kenya Julon Senghor. Laura Smith Schweda. Luisa Figueiredo. Shaka Kaigay Tebarjag. Matthew Vincent. Mia McBride. Michael John Slater. Goni Mandibeji. Oscar Loveless. Peter Gates Koch. Rebecca Landsman. Sasha Roland. Samuel Hoyt. Samuel Holland. Severin Santana. Sophie Lou Grace Jones. Spencer Shaw. Tarika Ratnam. Tarsil Tujisenge. Tristan Joffrey. Congratulations, class of 2022.
If you're going to toss those hats, now is the time. Congratulations, Quest's newest alumni. It is my pleasure now to introduce alumnus Jake Henderson to welcome the recent graduates to the illustrious Alumni Association. Jake's question was, how can we improve public education? He has just graduated from law school at the University of Victoria and will begin articling for a criminal defense firm in Vancouver. His legal interests are in human rights, child welfare, public interest law, and law reform. Please welcome Jake Henderson.
It's good to be home. So I am completely humbled to have been asked to speak here today. I am also slightly concerned. Asking the old maintenance guy to do the alumni address is really scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Sure, that joke worried a few parents in the crowd. So in my first year, there was no such thing as a Quest alum. And to put that in perspective for the class of 2022, that was when some of you were 10 years old. Ugh, right. So because I'm speaking to the class of 2022, 2021, and 2020 today, I'm one of the few people that can say, with great pride I might add, that I've seen every single cohort graduate from this school. Sometimes as a student, one time as a graduate, more as a staff member, and today it appears as a nostalgic old man. So I think it's trite to say that I've worn many hats at Quest. I've watched this institution grow, and I have grown with it. Now, I did a bit of research to see what the hell you put in an alumni address, and I have found myriad examples of alumni speakers bestowing sage advice onto new graduates. But here's the problem. I'm not licensed to give any useful advice. And more importantly, I'm not sure the advice I'm qualified to give would be that helpful, unless you're trying to go to law school or need to fix a toilet. And these are two things that Quest prepared me remarkably well for. So in lieu of sage advice, I'm going to stick to what I'm good at. And as I'm sure Lauren and Kate Kurdiak can attest, what I'm good at is talking about myself. I know, classic white guy move, give me a chance. So throughout all of law school, I felt like an imposter, and not even a good imposter. I showed up in the first week in steel-toe boots, jeans, and a flannel. My go-to conversation topics was pointing out all the maintenance deficiencies I saw and lamenting about having to take more than one class at a time. I did not fit in, and I was not fooling anybody, and this was never a barrier. In our giant lecture halls, I was one of very few people asking questions. My peers accused me of being smart and having a demonstrable passion for learning. These were real compliments that I received from apex students from the top Canadian universities, some with honors distinctions, others with masters, and others with PhDs. They had no idea I was just really confused, and asking questions is the only way I know how to learn. Our esteemed law professors would ask a sea of blank faces genuine, thoughtful, and challenging questions with silence in return. I thank Justin Bush for instilling in me an abject discomfort when a great question is left to linger among capable students. I would often answer simply because my discomfort outweighed my fear of embarrassing myself in front of my peers. As a result, law professors, who were equally happy to avoid the awkward silence, began giving me compliments about how well I engaged with the material. These were real compliments from professors who have argued in front of the Supreme Court of Canada. The professors had no idea I was just really confused, and responding to questions is the only way I know how to learn. My colleagues and mentors in law school had no idea I graduated Quest with a 2.9 GPA. They had no idea that I had never considered myself a good student. Very few of them knew I identified more as a maintenance guy than I did as a student. And I still kind of do. I have heard over and over again that if you put a Quest student in any job interview, they will succeed. That Quest students receive higher marks at traditional universities when on exchange. That Quest students succeed time and again in professional programs, graduate degrees, entrepreneurial endeavors, and artistic undertakings. I'm sure many of you have heard these things. When I heard these declarations in 2014, honestly, I dismissed them as an aspirational marketing technique to attract more students. Well, 8 years later, I can tell you with certainty that I was wrong. In my second year of law school, I got straight A minuses. Yeah. This was an absolute shock to me. And I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm saying this to toot all of yours. You have all of these same skills. You all have skills right now that other undergraduates do not have. A veteran attorney in downtown Vancouver told me that confidence is not being certain you won't make a mistake. Confidence is being certain that any mistake you do make, you'll be able to fix. You all should have confidence in your Quest degrees. The skills implicit in the title of Quest alum guarantees that whatever problems arise in your life, whatever impending failures, mistakes, and adversity that you face, it will be no match for these skills that you already have. You are entering a world in crisis. War, pandemic, climate change, massive economic inequality, human rights abuses internationally and here at home. No one is better poised to fix these wicked problems than a Quest alum. You have been given a great privilege with this education. Wield this privilege with respect and compassion. Embrace uncertainty. Have confidence in your ideas. Have confidence in your values. And have confidence in the skills that you all carry right now. So to the new graduates and the old graduates, you're now part of a very exclusive and very special club, so welcome. Thank you for offering me this space to speak. Join the Alumni Association, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jake. Our ceremony is drawing to a close. Thank you for your attentive and heartfelt presence. You have witnessed something that will never happen again, not exactly like this. This is something unique and important, so remember it and tell about it. Quest student Natalie Krause, who played the processional, will be playing the recessional music, and the platform party will recess first. Graduates, please walk directly, Barbara, is it to the field? To the field. We have good weather. Please walk directly to the field to take a class picture before mingling with your guests. Friends and family, please remain off the field while the grad picture is being taken. There will be lots of photo opportunities after that. We will all convene at the reception on the soccer field for appetizers and refreshments. You will also find a table for scholarships and for alumni gifts. And graduates of 2020 and 2021, you may pick up your cornerstone letters at the alumni table. Please rise for the recession.
you.